Good Monday morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two. It is November the 5th, 2018. Hope you had a great weekend. Well, my weekend was very busy. I'm Jeannie, by the way. I just want to say my weekend was very busy, and that's exactly what I'd like to talk to you about today, and that's today's topic, which is yard sales. Now, if any of you ever out there have had a yard sale or even gone shopping at yard sales, you know that it could be a very labor-intensive thing. Now, here in Southeast Alabama, in some of the different cities around, there is a rule, and that is that you cannot, if you are within the city limits, have a yard sale unless you apply for a permit. Now, the permit is free. You don't have to pay to have a yard sale. However, you do have to apply for a permit, and I'll tell you why. Because some years back, there were people who were every single weekend, they were having yard sales in their garage or garage sales, and what they were doing was they were running a business. They actually had product they were selling, but they were calling it a yard sale or a garage sale, and in fact it wasn't. It was a tax-free business they were doing. So the city cracked down and decided that instead you would have to apply for a permit. So that was step number one. Well, first of all, step number one was deciding we were having a yard sale. The next step, of course, was to actually apply for the permit, have to do it online, and about, I don't know, a week or 10 days later, because you got to do it several weeks in advance, I did get a notification that we'd been approved. I had to print it off, put it in a plastic sheet, and hang it on a tree or on my door so that when that black and white car came by on the morning, and boy, they came by, they wanted to be sure that we were legal. So we had the yard sale. Okay, the next order of business was to gather our stuff. So we went in the garage and we started gathering things and what we thought was maybe worth something and what we could, fetch a dollar or two for, and we did that. Now, one thing we do not do, my husband, who's the master yard sale doer, he said never put price tags on anything because everything is negotiable and we love to make deals. And there have been even a few times, boys and girls, where we've given a few things away, and I did that then this past weekend because we just felt like it was the right thing to do because others have done that for us, so we wanted to return the favor. Okay, then it was time to make the sign. So you go to the Dollar Tree, you get some of this poster board or Walmart, and you get yourself a big fat marker, and you make your signs, and you decide where strategically you're going to put them, generally at big intersections with arrows, like I did here. I did this, and it shows the arrow of where it's going and the date and the address and all of that, and that's what you do. That's the next order of business. Yard sale day has arrived. Well, our yard sale was not only our stuff, but also some neighbors they contributed to, and portions of their proceeds, actually our next door neighbors, everything they sold on their table all went to the child advocacy program, which we were happy to be able to contribute to that as well. So it wasn't just for us to make some money, but also donations to this charity. And I forgot to mention also, you get yourself a little box, a cigar box or a jewelry box is good, a little wooden box, and you got to have your opening bank, which usually consists of quarters, dollars, and fives. Okay, you got to make sure you do that in advance, because the last thing you want is somebody to come up, buy something that you're going to sell them for 50 cents and they hand you a $20 bill. So always make sure that you have an opening bank. So we had all our stuff going, and we started early. We started really early. Michael started carrying stuff out at 4 o'clock in the morning because they show up. Trust me, they show up. And of course, by 6, with it still being dark out, they were still coming already, and we're saying, we'll be open just a little bit, that kind of thing. Now, the downside of having, the upside of having others participate and you have a big yard sale together is there's more stuff and it draws more people in. The downside for me is I start shopping at their tables. Now, here I am trying to downsize myself, and I mean, honestly, here's something I absolutely positively couldn't live without: a jar opener thingy. I mean, I just had to have this. Yeah, here I am downsizing, and I'm buying this. Okay, and then, oh my goodness, I found this adorable little knick-knack. I absolutely couldn't live without that one, and my life just wouldn't be complete without this plush stuffed anteater. I mean, I just had to have it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to confess, I'm just as weak as the ones who are coming around and buying stuff. But yard sales, not only are they fun, they really are fun to have yard sales, but also you can make a couple of bucks. Did we, break the bank? Hardly, but we did make a few dollars, and that was helpful to us, that we will have a little bit of extra money in our pocket. And you want to know the truth, I don't even know what I sold. I don't even miss anything. And we do have a hard, fast rule in our house. If it doesn't sell in the yard sale, boom, straight off to charity it goes. Nothing comes back in the house. And that's a good rule to have. So I do want to say this, though. Sometimes it is a little hard when you're watching some of your personal stuff go out the door. A few months ago, I had a yard sale with my sister with some of the belongings from the family home when we cleaned out my mother's house and getting it ready to, to put it on the market. So we got a lot of stuff out. And my mother was a knick-knack collector. Not only that, but everything, she was like a sentimentalist hoarder. And she had things that were broken, plates. She might have gotten a favor from a wedding and it had writing on it, but it broke. She just stuck it in the closet in the back because she couldn't bear the idea of throwing away something, from Cousin Gloria's wedding. Oh, heaven forbid you do a thing like that. But anyway, we did find a lot of stuff that did have to go into the recycling bin. But sometimes it is hard when you watch stuff walk off that you could remember other people in your family using mugs and things like that. It's quite funny because we sold my mother had a lot of coffee mugs, and we did sell stuff off, and I remember this one woman walked off with some of the, mugs and cups and things that we had sold her at the sale. And then a couple of days later when I got back, I was looking through old photos, and there's a photo of my father drinking coffee out of one of those mugs. And it was one of those little ka-thunk in the heart moments. But you know what, guys? It's just stuff. And so I had to remember, no one can take that wonderful memory away from me of my father sitting and drinking coffee. But it was something that was going to be helpful for somebody else. So key number one, when you're going to have a yard sale and part with stuff, don't let your sentimentality get in the way of making a couple of dollars, okay? And by the way, I got so many $1 bills now. I think I'm going to need to get to the bank and change that into something else. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeannie Sigler, JeanneSigler. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Do it today. And not only that, but I encourage you to please listen to my radio station, WRMZ.org, and hit that listen button. And if you feel so inclined, please, if you want to make a nice, safe, secure donation to keep us on the air, do that by hitting the donate button, and your safe, secure donation will go right through PayPal, and it will be put to good use, especially with us broadcasting these football games. And just a little quick one, we finished the season with the Headland High School Rams with 9-1 season. Yahoo, boys, you did a great job. And now we're going to carry the playoffs. And every single time we carry a game that the Rams play, we have to pay a very large fee. But we're going to do it because we believe in our boys. So if you feel led at all to donate to these broadcasts, please do that by hitting that donate button. Okay, that's all I have to say for now. I'm going to go over and lay down now on the couch and cuddle my plush anteater. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see ya tomorrow. And don't forget, go be a blessing to somebody today, because you might end up being the only one who is. Love ya. See you tomorrow.